Okay, so first of all, thank you and welcome again to our this TradeVSA tutorial. So this is, if I'm not mistaken, it's third day. Okay, it's third days of our tutorial over here. So today we're going to go through the 4 market stages with the trend. Okay, so if you understand well how these 4 market stages work, technically most of the time you're able to write at a certain trend. Okay, of course, right now, to be fair with you, KSC is not having a very nice trend. Okay, but overall it's not that bad at all. If you look into like compared to like last year March, that time really selling heavily, okay, due to the COVID-19 breakout. But if you look into this round, few of the sector actually, like I said, they are doing accumulation, reaccumulation. Okay, so again, I don't know when they will break up, okay, going to a continuation trend, but we want to be prepared and ready. Okay, few sectors, tech, transportation, if I'm not mistaken, even like steel, if not mistaken, they're still like just sideways at the moment. Okay, so I think they are like doing some reaccumulations right now. Okay, tech is very obvious. Okay, so like I say, I got Jeff Tech, is still holding me. UWC, I'm still considering. Okay, VS Techs, okay, stock like Inari, okay, PIE, VSO actually still in reaccumulation. Okay, transportation, we have like something like Cheongnam, we have something like Tasco. Okay, I think today it break up a little bit, so good for white ball trades. If not mistaken, like Straits, okay, I think they are doing some accumulations too. Okay, property, obviously, I think they are doing some accumulation. If you look into like Genting Malaysia, I think today Seafood also highlighted OWG, they are doing reaccumulation. Okay, so Asia actually is not that bad. Even like MBSP also, right, seems like they are holding about a certain support. Okay, so lots of stock currently is in accumulation, reaccumulation. Okay, so let's see whether we got any nice breakout markup stage moving forward or not. Okay, now first of all, before we go into markup, okay, now we learn a little bit of volume first today. Okay, so this is again some of the slide that I get it from the 1-day course. Okay, but today maybe if let's say you want me to do so, I will go into some example. Okay, now the importance of volume, again, volume is very important. Yesterday we go through the type of candles, 2 type of candles only. Okay, and now we want to include in how with the volumes too. Okay, so now volume, what is volume? Okay, just a very quick one. Okay, volume is a number of share that trades over a given period of time. So let's say you switch to hourly, the particular hour, how many volumes. If you switch to daily, the particular daily, how many volumes. Okay, so again, the chart, okay, for those who don't know, the chart, the bottoms, okay, usually the the bar, okay, that is representing the volume. Okay, so again, volume, what it means, which means the transaction over the day. So suddenly a spike on the day, okay, the volume, which means the day itself is very active. Okay, the day itself is very active. Okay, so why volume is important? Okay, again, volume is for me, volume, definitely there's some hidden message, okay, that we can actually use it to interpret the overall of the chart things. Okay, so let's say high volume, again, it means that there is a potential of change of trend. Okay, again, similar like LC. Now that's why LC, or line change or widespread bar, usually it must back with a it must come with high volume. Okay, if let's say sometimes I see the widespread, yeah, it is wider, but the volume seems like average. Sometimes I'm not so convinced. Okay, because maybe on the day itself, yes, there's some activities. Okay, but the main majority of the buy is still not in there yet. Okay, you get what I mean? So that's why every time I see a widespread bar, it must back with a high volume, okay, to ensure that okay, this movement is kind of genuine. Okay, they are kind of like keen and interest. Okay, so this is the information we can get. So determine the weakness and strength in the particular bar or period. Okay, so example, okay, if you notice your chart got 1, 2, 3 cell of high volume, high volume, high volume, okay, immediately you know that this is a game over stocks. Okay, I think recently it's like KSSC, those type, if not mistaken, PK, if not mistaken, okay, I cannot recall, but I think they got like 2 or 3 cell bar, high volume. So this is represent these stocks I'm not keen and interested. Okay, maybe at this particular period of time, maybe 2 weeks time, 1 week's time, or 1 month's time. Okay, because the weakness the weakness is there. Okay, so you don't have to trade very close with the weakness spot. Okay, so also we can actually use this to check is there any successful removal of weekend holders and shakeout. Okay, for those who know about shakeout, Dow bar, okay, sometimes come with high volume, sometimes come with low volume, right? So low volume, higher chances the stock is doing a shakeout. Okay, which means this stock is not game over yet, but they maybe need to do a period of removal of weekend holders or reaccumulation. Okay, so again, volume, if you know how to read it correctly together with bars, at least you know, okay, what is going on, even though it's not 100%. Again, nothing's 100% because I'm not from an insider. We only can interpret from a chart, but at least you can actually try to understand, okay, what actually they're doing right now. Okay, is the stock still alive or not? Okay, is the stock is already like game over? Okay, so if let's say game over, confirmation, you switch to other stocks. Okay, can follow me so far? Yeah, in terms of these volume things. Type 1, okay, I need to ensure everyone is okay, because like I said, this 7-day tutorial is for the basic foundation. Okay, make sure everyone know about this. Okay, then the next time when you go into more detailed training, it's easier for you to understand. Okay, so let me erase the drawing. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Now this is MSM weekly chart. Okay, recently make a very nice movements. Okay, in terms of daily chart also. So again, there's a few things that actually you can do. Okay, using the weekly chart, notice there's a pullback 2040s spring NS. Okay, this is the area here. Okay, then you combine it with the daily chart, see whether got any sound showing like pentagons or not. Okay, so okay, now I want you to stare in this chart. Okay, oops, sorry, maybe I should use this. Okay, so I want you to stare at this chart. Okay, for 5 seconds. Okay, for 5 seconds. Okay, and tell me, okay, are they going into, what is the market stages currently? The current one, what is the market stages? Why volume green and red? Okay, volume green and red actually is the, okay, to answer Praveen, this is actually it follows the candles. Okay, if let's say the day is Dow bar, okay, the volume is red. Okay, if let's say it's up, the volume is green. Okay, it's just following the movement of the price. Again, this is some of the setting that you can do in the training view. Okay, so okay, now this is MSM weekly chart. Okay, can anyone here share with me what is the trend overall? Uptrend, downtrend, sideway? What do you think? Okay, for MSM. Okay, probably you want to apply a little bit on some of the things that we learned yesterday. Okay, let's see. Okay, I got 40 members over here today. Okay, Richard said it's uptrending. Okay. So okay, 40 members. Okay, I got only one reply. Okay, now it's okay. Sideway marked down to accumulation. Okay, good. Okay, it's going up. Okay, now this is background, obviously it's downtrend. Okay, again, few things you want to apply over here. Mostly is neo spread bar. Okay, now here seems like a bit unclear, seems like a bit wide, not so wide, right? Low say, hey, why no volume? Okay, later on. Okay, so now when it change here, okay, seems like sideways. Now notice here we got few widespread over here. Okay, so which means that, okay, this few bar over here, even the first bar, okay, is already telling us that, okay, the downtrend is already end. Okay, the downtrend is already end. Okay, and they are trying to make it as a markup. Okay, so goes up, make a pullback on weekly chart. So it seems like now they are trying to test the resistance. Okay, now if you ask me, I think they are already in the markup. Okay, based on the weekly chart. Okay, based on weekly chart. Okay, now like low say, hey, why no volume? Okay, now let me put the volumes in. Okay, let me put the volumes in. Okay, do you get the information better? Okay, now how is the volume can help you out? Okay, so again, you have to, when we look into volume, okay, we have to look into like in terms of smart money perspective. Okay, so for example, right, these stocks, all this fall, no one is interested. That's why it had been dropping for years. Okay, and the volume is just like, you know, from very little to zero sometimes. Okay, if you look at the daily chart at the time. Okay, now why all of the suddens, okay, this stock come with huge volume and is at the bottom. Okay, it's at the bottoms. Okay, few things that you have to try to ask yourself. Okay, usually if you see this kind of case, okay, is the weekend holder or retailers buying into this kind of counters? Okay, so for me, I think it's not that possible. Okay, because if let's say you tell me, okay, this volume here is caused by weekend holder people like me. Okay, which means that I wake up on the day, all of a sudden, all of us, okay, suddenly feel like, oh, today I feel like I want to buy MSM. Maybe, okay, I got a dream that, asked me to buy MSM on the same day. Okay, so I don't think it's possible. Okay, so this volume here, I believe that this kind of unusual volume, so-called unusual volume, is definitely is created by a group of people. I can say a people, a person, but maybe it's a group of people. Okay, you all can follow and agree so far. Type 1. If you cannot follow and maybe you disagree, type 2. Okay, so far is easy to understand, right? So again, downtrend all this while, okay, people are not interested. Okay, even for me, from 2018, I already forgot what is MSM, to be frank. I already forgot these counters. Okay, all of a sudden the volume just come in. Okay, is it definitely is not caused by people like me. Okay, so it's a group of people, okay, that show interest. Okay, so again, when you see volume, you have to see where they are coming from. Okay, and you try to understand what they are trying to do. Okay, now the next thing is that, of course, you don't see high volume, you jump in immediately. Okay, you want to see what is the reaction, okay, of the price. Okay, if let's say go lower, which means maybe they haven't sapu enough yet. Okay, maybe there's another bunch of sellers coming in, they need to sapu. Okay, so if let's say price moves sideways, okay, they cross 240, again, use 240 to help you out. Don't worry, Friday I'll teach more about 240s, which means that, okay, these stocks maybe is already in accumulation. Okay, because they want to buy slowly. Now, few things also very important for you to understand. During accumulation, volumes tends to be low, tends to be very quiet. Okay, and it's not easy to trade in accumulation. Okay, but for some members, okay, especially for those that who I can say it's more like, sometimes you enter the a bit panic types, right? Okay, try to use a weekly chart to check the accumulation support level. Okay, so that's where that I think can help you out further. Okay, now a few things again. Volumes come in widespread. Okay, so potentially we might see a change of trend again from accumulation. Okay, now to put it simple, okay, this chart, what is the information you can share with us? Okay, here, high volume, stop the downtrend. Okay, going to sideways. High volume, markup, possible. Okay, so let's see whether gonna round of high volumes coming in or not to break this resistance. Okay, so again, let me warn you first. Okay, not all chart is clear as this. Okay, I mean, MSM is very clear. If you look into like I think like something like Ecover, okay, if not mistaken, MBSB weekly chart is very clear. The volume is there at the bottom, reverse, sideways, goes up high volume, pull back low volumes. Okay, so some chart is very clear, some chart is not so clear. Okay, so my advice is that let's say you are new, okay, in trading, you look for something clear first. Okay, then you slowly practice, go for something slightly more complicated. Okay, so when I also a lazy trader, to be frank with you, so I was usually start with something is very clear for me, direct, straightforward. Okay, direct and straightforward. Okay, so this is how actually volume, okay, actually can play an important role, okay, to determine okay, the market stages of a particular stocks. Okay, but low volume doesn't seems to be markup further markup. Okay, what do you mean, KS? Okay, let me go back to this chart. It means low volume over here. Okay, you means the low volume over here. Okay, now remember I mentioned that low volume, okay, which means that they are still in a direction, in one direction, or maybe they are still testing support. Okay, remember the narrow spread bar. So for example, right, in this case over here, okay, hopefully I answer questions correctly, RKS. Downtrend, okay, narrow spread, low volume, which means the trend will continue to downtrend. Okay, so let's say here got south strength already, sideways, narrow spread bar, which means it will continue to move sideways until this thing happens. Okay, now whenever this thing happens, it seems like it's a downtrend, but for me it's not a downtrend, because it's downtrend, it will break below the support. Okay, so it seems like they are having like a long-term reaccumulation in daily chart. Okay, but each chart seems like a pullback, and they seems like want to try to break above resistance back. Okay, so hopefully I answer your questions on the low volume parts. Huh? So okay, now let's go to the market stages. Okay, so today I think it's a bit more complicated a little bit. Okay, so it's okay, we'll do it slowly. Okay, now what is actually market stages? Okay, so market stages actually is consists of 4 type of stages. Okay, so this is again is activities, okay, influenced by smart money. Okay, so we got mark accumulation. Okay, so this is sideways accumulation. We got markup, distribution, and markdown. Okay, so again, understanding these 4 market stages will give you a better edge as a traders, because this is the one that actually help you to avoid trade, like for example, KSFC, okay, or pay up. Okay, yes, even though sometimes you have up bar, like I say sometimes downtrend go up bar also, but overall you are against on the trend. Okay, they are trading at something is in markdown. Okay, so long term wise, probably you don't have much of this advantage. Okay, so just a quick conceptual map. Okay, a simple one. Okay, usually during accumulation, you tend to see a narrow bar. Most of the time, narrow bar. The volume tends to be very low. Sometimes you even are not going to notice. Okay, or you forgot totally. Okay, like for example, I share with you, just like MSM. Okay, you asked me 2-3 years ago, I don't know discount the MSM until like they come in high volume only and oh yeah, MSM. Okay, yeah, the sugar companies. Okay, so this is usually what they do. Okay, because when accumulation happen, when smart money step in to buy stocks, okay, remember that they want to keep this away from the public. Okay, which means they don't want people to notice. Okay, so again, imagine if let's say you got 10 millions. Okay, imagine you got 10 million and you want to support the company and mark up. Okay, you're not going to buy it in a day. Okay, you're not going to buy it in a week. Okay, because if you buy a day or week with 10 millions, it will cause a spike in volume and people will just notice it and buy together with you. Okay, so this actually is like a treat like a business for them. Okay, so they want to buy it when the price is low, not at the high price. Okay, so they don't want you to know. Okay, so they buy it slowly, and then once it's ready, they'll have some news. Okay, or maybe they'll mark up. Okay, with some volume. Okay, widespread coming in. Okay, and then of course along the way you will see some news start coming in. Okay, so for example, I think one example is G-Shen. Okay, few months ago no one interested. Okay, few months ago no one interested. It's brain counters in accumulation, but after that it breaks up. Okay, so breaks up, then few things you want to notice also. You don't want to see another widespread. Okay, you don't want to see another high volume, climatic volumes, or maybe some uptrust bar. Okay, because this is representing potential distribution. Okay, distribution also start with a high volume. Okay, again, anything that start a new trend usually cover high volume. Okay, so example here, this is the one that it break the resistance. Okay, usually this area will cover high volumes. Okay, usually the one that break below support going into markdown, this area will cover high volume. Okay, and to the bottoms, okay, before going to accumulation again, you will see an around high volume. Okay, so example like MSM in the chart. Okay, before they go into accumulation. So this is how actually some of the chart that come with very clear volume can help you out, which is the market stages you are trading right now. Okay, so again, like I say, not all the chart actually is easy to spot. Okay, if some of the chart you find very confusing, try to switch to weekly. Sometimes I do so. Okay, sometimes I check my chart. I feel that don't really can determine okay, what's the market stages right now. I switch to weekly and to see the bigger picture. Okay, so I can understand better. Okay, so practice few more chart. I think you should can get the overall concept of the market stages there. Okay, now let's start with first one, accumulation. So accumulation phase start when the smart money is entering the position. Okay, again, this is how they buy slowly. Okay, so price movements during this accumulation are slow. Okay, so again, they have to be slow because they want to take their time to buy at the low price. Okay, so imagine over here. Okay, this is 80 cent. You know, some sideways it can be a white one. Okay, so sometimes the price will move sideways like here. So impossible they want to buy 1 ringgit. Okay, so they will buy at 80 cents. So that's why sometimes, you know, around this area, okay, if you understand how the sound strength works, everything, you often find, you know, stocks sound strength like Spring, NS, or even COC, okay, in this area, because this is the area that they want to accumulate, they want to test the sellers. Okay, so so this accumulation phase often fall into the end of downtrend again, like MSM. Okay, so where all the ordinary investor thinks that, okay, it will have further bearish in the market. Okay, so example again, like Serba, you know, it dropped heavily, high volume heavily also. Okay, but now seems like moving into a sideways. All right, so you have to think, okay, is this high volume caused by retailers or maybe a growth of smart money? Okay, so why the price move sideways right now? Okay, but again, trading in accumulation is never easy because sometimes accumulation will take months to year. Okay, so for smart money, however, it can be a good point to enter when the price is at low. Again, this is a business for them. They want to keep their materials very, very, very low. Okay, so this is one of the stocks. Okay, tech cycle, I think been hit 2 times, been flushed out from the market before they try to break up higher right now. Okay, there's lots of UT. Okay, if you want to ask me why ZAC, this is okay. Sorry, let's go back to here. If you want to ask me why ZAC here got lots of UT, okay, but still can breaks up. Okay, anyone here can answer me why this chart? Okay, this is weekly chart, by the way, tech cycle. We got lots of UT. Okay, but why this stock still can break up? Anyone here can answer me this? Okay, I think those members that attended the masterclass, or maybe you know, been following us for a few months, years. Okay, you should be able to answer this. Anyone here want to try? SM ready to mark up after several tests? Oh yeah, okay. Arif, yes, probably because of the few of the good tests over here. I believe you are referring to this. Now, a part of this, okay, what is that? UT is with low volume. Okay, possible is with low volume, but it's not the answer I'm looking for. Okay, I remember I shared this one also previously. Okay, any other members can help me? I think low, how about low? High volume change the trend. Okay, yep, high volume it change the trend, but you know, within the reaccumulation, okay, sorry, within the accumulation, you know, there's lots of UT. But why this one is still considered as a nice accumulation? Okay, yes, the high volume do helps. Okay, the high volume do helps. Let's see who is here. How about Siu Ping? You want to try? How about Michelle? Okay, Michelle, you want to try? Okay, Michelle Siu Ping. Why do you think, okay, lots of UT, but this one still can go up? Okay, now the answer is this is a hidden UT. Okay, this is a hidden UT. Again, they are in the right market stages. Okay, so remember that in the masterclass too, I do mention that, you know, sometimes in markup. Okay, sorry, a bit different things again. Okay, so just want to make sure all this this one is clear for everyone. Okay, so sometimes in markup, okay, you often see UT as well. Okay, but it's not going to cause them to have a big distribution, because why? This UT sometimes kind of average to low volumes. Okay, maybe it's representing they will have a pullback. Okay, but doesn't mean it's a distribution. Okay, so again, the background, everything is very important. Okay, like Hans said, okay, this is UT in accumulation. Yes, it's accumulation, and the other thing is that this is a hidden UT. Okay, what it means by hidden UT, which means if you realize, okay, this is like a support resistance area, the UT actually is within the support resistance. Okay, so yes, there will be some impact, but it's not as big as those UT when they break the resistance. Okay, you all can follow me. So let's say, for example, this one UT break resistance. Yeah, this one is more impactful because representing seller at the new price. Okay, so here probably there's still sellers, but in the same time, smart money is still keen. Okay, so there's a bull and bear is fighting within the accumulation. Okay, but overall the background is good. Okay, so low volatility, no interest to higher price at the moment. Yep, it can be means like that also. Okay, or it can be within the areas. Okay, there's still people are selling it. Okay, but it's not as big as those like at the top there with high volume. Test resistant, no seller ready to mark up higher. Test resistant, no seller ready to mark up higher. Okay, possible as well. Okay, during this area, if let's say no volume, most of the time let's say no volume, again they'll come back to test back on the seller side. Okay, at the near to support areas. Okay, so if let's say sometimes you notice your chart got hidden UT, don't panic first. Okay, in accumulation, don't panic. So make sure you, again, anything that you want to apply in the signal, make sure you check your market stages correctly. Okay, if let's say accumulation, sometimes you see UT, don't panic first. Okay, you want to see what happened on the subsequent bars. Okay, because if you realize all this UT, actually the buy didn't really like close lower. Okay, so again, that's sign to tell us that, okay, yep, the support is still very solid. Okay, so again, example here, this is a accumulation stocks. Okay, price downtrend. Okay, here try to break but fail. But if you notice also here, the volume slightly coming back. Okay, now the volume here seems a bit low because this is too climatic, like I say. Okay, but this one definitely is higher than all this bar. Okay, hopefully you all agree and able to see this. Okay, so after a big drop, okay, so like I say, sometimes you don't see high volume, you jump in immediately, because they might do another final flush. Okay, a lot of time this happens. Okay, sometimes got high volume already, 1 bar, 2 bars. You don't think that, oh, this is stopping volume, this is back holding, you jump in. Okay, sometimes without going through this kind of period of accumulation, they will do another final flush. Okay, flush you out before they jump in back with high volume. Okay, so here again, a better confirmation with climatic volume, sideways accumulation as a confirmation. Okay, as a confirmation. So if you really want to check on this kind of accumulation kind of periods, best is that you wait for them to move sideways for at least 1 or 2 months. Okay, at least they move sideways 1 or 2 months. It's safer because they are trying to move in this kind of range. Okay, you try to aim near to support, you enter and you hold. Okay, again, this is for those who want to do a little bit of long-term one for accumulation stocks. Okay, now let's go to markup. I think accumulation should be quite easy to spot and identify. Am I right? Okay, type 1 if you can follow, type 2 cannot follow, or maybe ask me any questions. Okay, before I move to markup. Okay, so far everyone is typing 1. Okay, good. So now let's go to markup stage. Okay, markup stage is identified as price. Okay, going above the resistance level, which means, okay, they've done accumulation, they're ready, they break. Okay, so this is where that we will often see 18 LC. Okay, again, widespread bar, high volume, change of trend. Okay, so you likely to see a spike in volume. Okay, of course, this is the area we want to see high volume, higher, better. Okay, of course, when you go up to the top, you don't see high volume anymore. But breaking out from accumulation, usually you want to see high volume. Okay, again, this is representing that a strong interest, okay, from a group of people. Okay, individual that who didn't buy during this accumulation, they will jump into the stocks. Now, this is sometimes how I can say smart money, how they actually play the emotion, okay, with the market. Like for example, during accumulation, okay, people tends to don't really bother about the stock, so they can buy, okay, at the low price. Okay, when they break already, okay, high volume, immediately people will take note and notice. Okay, so this is where that the public will come in and buy together with them. So this is the purpose of sometimes why else happen in a very fast pace, because they want to ensure that, okay, no sellers is selling at resistance, they break up new price, people is chasing later on. Okay, so it is during this stage price action can go for neutral to trending. Okay, if you begin to see higher high, higher low, which is referring to pullback, something like this. Okay, so which means that this is a sign of markup stage. Okay, example like what stock already? I think CI Holding have that. Okay, previously I cannot recall what's the stocks already. I think just now Cynthia asked me about MYEG. Is it MYEG? Sorry, my news. Okay, there are a few stocks that I cannot recall right now. Okay, so this type of movement can attract attention. Again, you want to attract the public attention so that the public can buy together with smart money. Okay, and smart money need to use their own capital to push the price up because the public will start to chase together with that. Okay, so eventually the trend will getting stronger until parabolics. Okay, now this is again an example. Okay, this is Tiongna, because now they're doing reaccumulation, but before reaccumulation they have to go through accumulation as well. Okay, they have to go through accumulation as well. Notice the volume. Okay, in this period overall it's like boring, almost the same, until if you notice a little bit spike in volume. Okay, the bar become wider. Of course, this seems like a bit narrow for you because of this kind of climatic bar on the right hand side. Okay, but definitely here is wider compared to here, right? So here also, okay, volume is getting higher. Okay, notice here another pullback areas before break up with some high volume, now going to reaccumulation. Okay, so accumulation start from here. Okay, let's go through again. Accumulation after downtrend, what happens to like MSM, high volume downtrend? Accumulation, again, accumulation can take time, sometimes months, okay, some years. Okay, so accumulation until change of trend is coming, okay, or change of behavior, wider spread, high volumes. Okay, just now we mentioned about higher high. This is what it means. Okay, which means the areas, okay, is getting higher, the support is getting higher. This is somehow we're referring to pullback as well. Okay, then a strong trend is coming in, right? So hopefully, okay, with all the some of the logistic companies, they are doing something like this. Hopefully we'll see this kind of trends coming in again. Okay, now we want to be prepared. Okay, so okay, this is just a one example in markup. Okay, MTAG I don't think it's markup. MTAG I think is still it do a reaccumulation previously, but it failed to hold a certain support price. Okay, so I think, but if not mistaken, the volume is very low because I entered previously also. I didn't really follow already Richard for MTAG for quite some time. Okay, but if let's say I got time, I'll go through later on also, with the chart. Okay, so okay, any questions for markup? Okay, or any question on markup? Okay, no, then I go through stage 3. Okay, distribution. Okay, stage 3. So now this is stage 3. Okay, the beginning of bear market. Okay, as known as distribution phase. Now this is a period that smart money will sell their position. Okay, now usually distribution start when there is a good news. Okay, it's not bad news. Bad news is already marked down. Okay, always remember that again we tried to think in smart money perspective. Okay, when smart money want to sell, price at, I mean, if let's say you're smart money, you want to sell at low price or high price. Okay, type high or low. Okay, if you are smart money, you want to sell when the price is at a high price or low price, when the price is going down. Okay, of course we want to sell at the top, right, when the price is going higher. Okay, so what caused the price going higher definitely is certain good news. Okay, so whenever the stocks come with certain good news, okay, always be careful that it's a sign of distributions might be coming in. Okay, I'll show you one example. I can say almost kill my friend. Okay, so I think there's one of the concepts that everyone should know. Okay, everyone will know. Okay, so this is the opposite of accumulation phase. Okay, during bull market, where smart money are selling in the overbought market. Okay, which means people are chasing it because of the good news. People thought that, oh, okay, yeah, because of some reports say that this stock now is 2 ringgit, 2.50 ringgit, it go to 5 ringgit. Okay, this stock now is how much you go to how much. Okay, so people thought that, oh yeah, every day also 20-30% up, limit up, they buy and chase. Okay, so this is usually what happens in the market. Okay, so in this phase, overall sentiment will continue to be good with expectation of price going higher. Okay, so in this phase, there'll be a continuation of buying by the weekend holders, especially those who missed the big move. Okay, again, this is remind me like also we walk home, 80 systemization. I think like data prep, if not mistaken, DNext. Okay, all this. Okay, you can actually check this out. Okay, I think some of this actually just happened last year. I still remember, if not mistaken, 80 or WeBarcom. Okay, I cannot recall the exact price, but I think at the time it's 350 cents, something like that. And you know, some analysts, okay, or some of the gurus say that, okay, this one will go to 5 ringgits. Okay, the time also I looked into the chart, I was like, wow, every day go up like 15, 20, 15, 20%. Okay, seems like it's a very easy money to make. Okay, but what happens? Okay, from the top drop to the bottom. So right, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't really follow nowadays, but the few stock actually really kills a lot of people. Okay, including some of my friends. Okay, now this is one of the very famous one also. Okay, XOX per height. Okay, XOX per height. Okay, so here again, accumulation, low volume, narrow spread. Okay, volume coming in, wider spreads, goes up. Okay, here, make a pullback, but this is the one that the day itself, I remember they got a good news. I think they are having a news together with Huawei, if not mistaken. Okay, so all my friend was ready already. Okay, so what they do is that they thought that they want to buy, okay, and earn a small profit and just go. Okay, maybe a few hundred ringgit, because the time, if not mistaken, we are still in MCO2. Okay, I cannot recall, I think it's MCO2. Okay, and some of them actually need some extra income. Okay, because you know their salary, everything's have been impacted. Okay, so what they do is that they buy on the good news. Okay, they thought that this one is still go higher. Okay, because you know Huawei 5G, if I'm mistaken. Okay, so after that, sell, distribute. Okay, immediately lost few hundred ringgits or maybe few thousand ringgit in a day. So of course, for them, okay, because they are desperate, they need the money, they're not going to cut. Okay, you enter already, the next few hours you lost few thousand ringgit. Okay, what happened after that? Drop further. Okay, I think he cut somewhere around like this area. Okay, from here, somewhere here to somewhere here. Okay, so be careful in this kind of type of counters. Okay, MYAG is running on good news now. I think yes, because MYAG is reversal. There's a different story. Okay, KS, because this one is already in uptrend. So usually when the price going up, come with good news. Okay, especially those news is like super big one. Okay, I tends to be more careful, especially the day itself, widespread, high volumes. Okay, maybe you know. Some of course not so bad. Like for example, I think DNO, if you look into DNO, it's not so bad. It doesn't cause a big distribution, but you make a little bit of pullbacks or reaccumulation sometimes. Okay, so okay, can you follow me so far? Type 1 if let's say yes, type 2 no. Okay, I think for members that attended the 1-day course, the masterclass, this one I think should be quite easy for you to absorb and understand. Okay, today we want to learn a little bit on market stages. Now you all slowly combine, you know, yesterday the candles, sorry, the widespread candles and narrow spread candles into market stages. Then tomorrow and tomorrow is Wednesday, yeah. Then Thursday we learn sound strength, sound weakness. Okay. Then Friday we learn 20/40s moving average. Okay, good. So now let's go to the last one. Okay. I think I can finish slightly early today. Okay, so that you can be prepared for your trading later on 2:30. Okay, definitely few stock is very interesting. Okay, I was in Solar West. Waja, we talk about that later on. Okay, so okay, now markdown stage. Okay, this is the final stage of the cycle. Okay, when distribution start already, you know smart money is gone. Okay, when smart money is gone, no people are supporting the stocks. Okay, no buyers coming in. Okay, of course the price will sell heavily. Okay, remember one thing, downtrend is always faster than uptrend. Okay, usually it's like this. Okay, uptrend will take few months. Okay, downtrend it takes few days. Okay, if you don't believe me, check again. Anzu is one of the going counters. Been I cannot say con, been pumping down for a few times already. Okay, you look into ATMS. Sorry, is it sorry? AT, okay, systemization. And then stock like Viva.com. Okay, so goes up, takes few months or weeks, come down few days. Okay, so if you notice your chart got something unusual, okay, sometimes what I do is I see something is unusual, I don't feel good about this kind of bar, I take at least 30 to 50% profit. Okay, if let's say it goes up, I still go half. Okay, if let's say it drop, I cut at least 50% already in my pockets. Okay, so there's a few things that actually you can do if let's say your trading side is good. Okay, so you do some action, some partial exit. So sometimes it reaches certain price already. I will take maybe a little bit out. But let's say they make a nice pullback, okay, maybe sideways, nice pullback, maybe on pullback areas, I top up back again. Okay, so there's a few things that I do sometimes. Okay, so smart one is gone. Very few buyers to absorb the price. Okay, because there's increasing sellings. So this again will send the price drop rapidly on large volume. Okay, so remember when downtrend happens, usually it happens in very fast pace. Okay, so sometimes this kind of owner paper still okay. We're very kind, I think, because it dropped slowly. It make an inverse pullback. Okay, some chart actually is not that scary because it at least give you a time to exit or maybe make an inverse pullback for you to exit. If you dealing with those kind of pump and dump smart one, that's why I don't like to trade pump and dump stocks. Okay, because either you win big or you lose big. Okay, because when they start to sell 2-3 bars, that's it. Okay, you won't going to exit from the stock anymore. Okay, so this is owner papers. Okay, nice uptrend with some sort of pullbacks. Notice here, widespread, high volume. Okay, uptrust, high volume. So this is a sign that tells you to be careful. Okay, drop below 2040s is another sign to tells you a warning sign. Okay, WS, a warning sign. Okay, so few warning sign over here. Widespread. Okay, first warning sign. Uptrust, second. Okay, and drop below 2040, third. Okay, so don't worry about this part because this part we're gonna cover on Friday. Okay, we're gonna cover on Friday. So when this happens, okay, expect some downtrend. Okay, so far this trend, if you realize, I think this is the latest chart that I take. Okay, so I don't see any climatic volumes. Okay, I don't see any exciting volume coming in. So far I will still think that the price will continue in this trend. Okay, your follow so far? Okay, type 1, yes. Type 2, no, because I think this is my last slide on the market stages already. Okay, I think we end slightly early today. Okay, again, like I said, this kind of section, I want to keep it straight to the point. Try to give you some example. Okay, then you try to apply. Again, like I said, not all the chart is like this, easy to read. Okay, for new member or new traders, previously what I do is that I try to avoid some complicated chart. I try to look for this kind of chart first. Once I master this kind of chart already, I move to the complicated ones. Okay, so make sure you understand this kind of pattern first. Then slowly, okay, because I will do back on the Friday weekly trainings already moving forwards. So I will include different things on the weekly basis. Okay, of course, I want you to feedback to me as well. You let me know. Okay, Zach, I think I want you to teach this thing. Okay, or maybe cover this part. So maybe I'll prepare some material on that. Okay, yeah, guys, I think this is the end. Any questions? Okay, before we close, any questions so far for this today? 4 market stages topics. No? Okay, you want to go through some stocks? Maybe I got some time. I spent like 5 to 10 minutes. You want to go through some stocks? Okay, so if you want to go through some stock, okay, I already end ready. Let me stop the recordings. Okay, let me stop the recording so I can